Yes! Yes! Rise from your grave.
Hello, everybody! From my humble stream setup to wherever the fuck you are right now. Such a pleasure to have you back. Hey now! Hey now! Hey now! Hey now! Hello, everybody.
Oh yeah, wow, that's
I'm Will Neff.
What's 9 plus 10? 21 months subbed.
God damn.
Self out.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
My dad is lucky to have you.
Yeah, he is. Hey, everybody. I'm Will Neff. Yesterday, I did not stream because some of you caught it. I was on Food Beast stream. And we had a really good time. Food Beast studio is a little far from where I am. So we had to kind of commute out there. And do a stream, but it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hope you caught it. I lost, unfortunately, but we made great content. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So when I got back at like 8 o'clock. I was like, damn, I'm late. I've been streaming all day. And so I just ended up playing with Seer. But I'll make it up to you guys tonight. Will, can you tell chat for the millionth time where the merch is at? No one can remember that merch ships
Beef on Netflix
out this month and they should be arriving any day. Yeah, I mean, I've updated everybody so many times at this point. I don't know. Here's the actual shipping container it is on. For anybody who wants more specific details, here's the fucking boat it's on. That's how hard I'm tracking it. All right? There's the boat. Okay? There you go.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
It's fucking at sea. Okay? I'm doing my best, guys. I'm not going to make merch with these people again. Okay? In fact, I'll be more upfront. I think the next line I'm gonna do
Yeah, wow, that's
is we'll do a
Work in shipping containers, and my container was just on that boat to Guam. No joke.
Oh, really? There you go. I've been holding out doing Fear and merch and like a Will Neff X Hassan merch too. I like have pushed that off. I know I kind of danced around that, but that's what's next, and I refuse to do that till people got this drop. So that's what you can look forward to next. But I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best. Hey, Will, just checked out the website. The boat sank. Well, then we're done. GG's. Hello, have you seen Andor? No, I have not. I have not.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I will love you.
Thank you, Sad X Lady. Been on any good Minecraft Discord servers lately? Why would
Oh,
you
yeah,
ask
wow,
something
that's very
so
cool.
Love your
specific?
content. Always look forward to
And
your
how would you
streams.
know that I'm gonna play Pixelmon? If that was just a random shot in the dark that I'm gonna play Pixelmon, that is insane. Are you a Fed? Oh, it's a reference to the Intel leak? Oh, got it. I literally thought this person somehow knew that I asked Abe to play
Yeah,
Pixelmon
wow, that's
today.
very cool.
Yo, Fast Fisto.
Fast Fisto. The cool new Pixelmon or the old one? I don't know. The Pixelmon that all the streamers are playing on right now. Film night makeup? Yeah, I thought I would do that later on. I thought my game plan for the streams coming up is as follows. I think I'm going to
yeah, wow,
finish
that's very cool.
Resident Evil
2
tonight.
years, Neff Wicked.
2 years. Thank you so much. I have 3 chapters left. So I should be able to do it in like 2.5 hours. If I'm quick. Hey, have you heard of this film, The Empire Strikes Back? Thank you. Thank you for that rec. And then moving forward from that, watched Beef. Dude, I'm going to get to that. I fucking loved Beef. But what I thought I would do is either start doing Pixelmon from Tampa, because I'm going to take my mobile setup to Tampa. No Valheim soon. No Valheim, because Sear will be in Tampa, and I don't think he's bringing a mobile setup. So I can't play with Sear till he's back at his stream setup. So I thought what I would do is play Pixelmon from Tampa for those nights.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Yes.
Hey, extra filthy. Keep up the great work you're doing. Keep it sleazy.
Thank you. So that's my plan, is probably playing Pixelmon from Tampa. And then when I get back on the 17th, this is my plan, ladies and gentlemen. My plan is to play MLB The Show, which I've never played. Recreate the Little Fish team from Backyard Baseball and have them compete in professional baseball. Now, I would probably sim a lot of those games because I know how long a fucking season takes. But I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Chuck the Truck
2 years
64,
less.
thank you. Can we add Pablo to the team? I was thinking what I would do is like Bad News Bears It, where if we're getting absolutely ass hammered by the mid-season, I would create Pablo and bring him in. Hell no, MLB The Show's long as fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't play the games. I would sim most of them. I would only play the playoffs. Playoffs! I'm stoked for the draft shoe with you and S fan. Yeah, I'm excited about the draft shoe too. Bam, 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 bam. So he's your ringer in case your season's fucked. Got you. Yeah, that's what I think I would do. I don't know if you played Breath of the Wild, but you see the new Zelda trailer. It looks insane. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Zelda. I saw that there was like a scene from Mission Impossible 1 with all the lasers, which I was kind of like, all right, okay. You should recreate Billy Nosh in MLB The Show and do a career mode. Maybe. That'd be fun. Trailer for the Penguin show? Oh. Not like Happy Feet, like the Penguin. Like.
This is one of those moments when you gotta ask yourself, what kind of life do I want? The world ain't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Those Carmine Falco's right hand. Try to push me out. Whoa, hey! You ain't seen what I can do. If you step out of line, even once, I'll gut you like a goddamn fish. Can you imagine? The people saying my name on the streets after you're gone. Have it mean something. The new kingpin of Gotham.
Okay. All right. I will say something. I thought the Penguin was by far the best character in the Batman. I thought Colin Farrell absolutely put a beating on this role. So, you know, a lot of times I see a spinoff and I'm like, whatever. This one actually kind of tickles my plums because I thought he does a fan-fucking-tastic job as the Penguin. It fills in this universe even more, which I feel like this universe desperately needs. Because ultimately, the world building was the coolest part of the Batman. I was, you know, a lot of people will fight me on this and they'll get really angry when I say this. I was a little underwhelmed by the story of the Batman. I was. But I thought the world and some of the facets of the world were incredible. And that's why I said, I think subsequent projects from the Batman universe will be better. And this looks cool. This looks very cool. You know, I think Batman ultimately succeeds in the same way that Spider-Man succeeds in that Batman and Spider-Man, Marvel DC, they have the best rogues galleries. No one has better villains than Spider-Man and Batman, period, full stop. Full stop. Spider-Man has all the best villains in Marvel, and Batman has all the best villains in DC. I will fight tooth and nail for that. X-Men, not all of them. No, not all of them. There are some good villains outside of it, but I think as a package, Batman and Spider-Man have the best rogues galleries, right? There are some good outliers out there. There's some Sinister Six. You think, yeah. Sinister Six is very good, but I'm talking about like when you think about like the Punisher is a Spider-Man villain. Venom is a Spider-Man villain. Elektra is a Spider-Man villain. You know what I mean? Like when you really get into it, Spider-Man villains were so good that most of them just became their own characters, right? They were so good. Anti-heroes, Venom and Punisher did not come in the game as anti-heroes. They came in as straight up villains. And people were like, dude, they're awesome. And then they kind of got retooled. But Spider-Man has some of the best villains. Carnage, Doc Ock, you know. Same thing with Batman. I think Batman, like, I love Batman villains. There are a ton of them, and they have, like, Batman the Animated Series. That was kind of the best part of the Batman the Animated Series was every week you got to see a new villain because there's so many, right? The Clayface episode, oh my God, goated. The Ventriloquist, Killer Croc. All of these villains that we don't really get to see in the mainstream, right? We've seen Joker, we've seen Penguin, we've seen a lot of these guys, and we haven't seen some of like the more nuanced villains that are still awesome. Mainly for me, I think Clayface is one of my favorite villains ever. The Clayface episode of Batman the Animated Series, if you've never seen it, is like tremendous. Also, another guy that I have just prayed for is the Ventriloquist. I think the Ventriloquist is one of the coolest, most menacing, you know, like a guy who is like almost a victim to his puppet and is like forced to go and do these nefarious acts. You know, Scarface, his puppet, but like ultimately, is it him doing the crime or is it actually this possessed puppet? I love those characters. Obviously, it'll be great to see some of the mainstream make an appearance. I would probably say that Penguin is going to do its best to avoid a lot of the more mainstream villains, and I'll tell you why. Because they haven't cast them yet, and they're going to save those main villains for like giant A-list actors, right? And so you might get a cameo from like a Joker who's in the next movie or something like that, but you won't get the hits, right? You won't get a Mr. Freeze, you won't get a Bane, you won't get a Poison Ivy. You won't get those, but you'll get some of like a Firefly you might see in there, or Solomon Grundy, or a Killer Croc, or Calendar Man, or who's the Zed? What's his fucking name? Who carves himself up whenever he kills people? I always forget his name. Clayface, Zaz, yeah, Victor Zaz. Which to me I think is really cool. I think ultimately that was my favorite part of Gotham, was seeing a lot of those characters. But I want to see those characters in kind of like this gritty world, right? Because obviously this is not Dark Knight shit. This is not, you know, Christian Bale's Batman anymore, but it's still got that gritty feeling. And we didn't get to see a lot of those characters in that kind of like gritty, realist universe. And it'll be cool to see him. I think Victor Zsasz is one that you would likely see in this because he's like an assassin. I don't think you would see a Solomon Grundy. He's too like zombified. You might see a version of him. I don't think you'll see a Killer Croc. You could definitely see a ventriloquist. You could definitely see some of the like Clayface. I think you can pull off a Clayface as long as he's not like a giant clay monster. Like more if he's like a master of disguise, maybe with like a really disfigured face. You could see him in here. It'd be really cool to see those things. Two-Face is a possibility. Again, Two-Face is he's too core. You're not going to see the core villains unless they've already signed them to a contract to be in a subsequent film. I just don't think you will see the core villains. Riddler, yeah, I mean, they've already done Riddler. He's in Arkham right now. He could make an appearance. Paul Dano, I'm sure, could make a cameo. You need Harvey Dent first. Yeah, I just
to see what Two-Face looks like in this universe.
You playing D&D tomorrow? What do you mean? Huh? With who? Oh, Dark and Darker. Is Dark and Darker back tomorrow? I thought you meant Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, shit. Well, that changes everything. Are you rooting for anyone at Creator Clash? I am betting on and rooting for Myth. Myth's my guy. I fucking love Myth.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
gonna do
wow.
great.
That's very cool.
15 months Pog. So long I can catch you at Creator
I'm
Clash
also
this weekend.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm also rooting for Crank. Love me some Crank gameplay.
Wow, that's very cool.
And then I'm really split on the Botez Michelle Carr fight because I used to work with Michelle at BuzzFeed and she looks like a fucking monster right now, but everybody knows I love the Botez. I'm a big Botez supporter. I think that's going to be a great fight. I think that's going to be a sneaky great fight. Oh yeah, Jarvis is fighting too. I love me some Jarvis. Fuck. Hey, what do you think of Tommy Wiseau and The Room? Any plans to watch his new movie Big Shark? What are my thoughts on... Well, okay, I'm wrapping this up. This looks good. What are my thoughts on The Room? I don't know. I've never really talked about The Room. I think The Room is really interesting because...
Can I beg for an occasional return of America Me Up content? I loved hearing you extol on the fun and crazy stories in pop culture history. Much love.
I've kind of been doing America Me Up by different names, right? Like I talked about NCAA. I try and sneak in some sports stuff, but to make it a formal segment again, I'll try. Oh, The Room. So I think The Room is ultimately very interesting because I think a lot of what defines art in film is the director showing a level of control, right? A lot of times when I talk about like art house film and art cinema, I'll be like, oh, they made a really big choice there. And I think a lot of times the difference between a film that you love and a film that maybe you don't love is those choices hit for you or they don't. And I think Tommy Wiseau is a really interesting person because it's almost like he is an unwitting parody of very talented directors because he had such a clarity of vision, and he had such devotion to his ideas and his decisions, but ultimately most of them were what I would try and qualify as maybe poor decisions. And so when you watch The Room, you can tell that there were so many deliberate decisions made, but it kind of like Fraggle rocks your brain because most of them are made like by someone who has no idea what they're doing. How would I explain this? It would be like if you gave a really expensive Lego set to someone with a very specific learning disability. And like they took the instructional booklet and they're like, fuck that. And they made something that was totally different than the panel asked for. And it's pretty janky, but like you're still impressed that it exists and he used all the pieces. And you're like, huh. So, you know, I think ultimately that is why it has stuck around. As like a film that is like worshipped. An AI movie, that is another very good way of saying it. It feels like a procedurally generated film. But it kind of gets under your skin because it's like in that uncanny valley where you don't know if people are trying to be funny or if it's terrible or if it's both or if they have no knowledge of what they're doing or what they were going for or why that decision was made. We're talking about The Room. Because I've never really spoken about The Room. The Room is something you definitely just have to kind of watch and experience for yourself. I think to me, the scene that sticks with me like a brain maggot is the roof scene.
I did not.
And it is because not the performance, right? It's not the performance of this scene that really sticks with me. It's that they built this set. Why did they build this set? For what in God's reason could they have done this for? It's a meme. It is not a meme. If this was straight up a meme, you wouldn't care about it. The reason that this film is so impactful is that it was never intended to be a meme. They built...
It's not true. It's
a set
bullshit.
Of a San Francisco roof and green screened it.
I have a problem.
And it looks terrible. And it cost them so much money. And you ask yourself, why not just film this on an actual roof?
Oh, hi, Mark.
It is such a baffling decision. And then, I mean, that's my filmmaker brain. But like, beyond that, this scene, he's wearing zip-off pants with a coat and an empty water bottle.
It's not true. It's bullshit.
And he's talking about hitting his girlfriend, and
hit her.
and then he's this.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
And then they ADR'd everything, which is, they
Not hit her.
you can tell they didn't record audio on set for this. They ADR'd it later, which is something you would do if you actually filmed it on a roof because you wanted to cut sound, but because they're on a set, there's no reason that they didn't use audio from...
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She said that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it's not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you?
Well, I'm just sitting up here thinking, you know? I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You think girls like to cheat like guys do?
What makes you say that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I don't have to worry about that because Lisa's loyal to me.
Yeah, man, you never know. People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
Why laugh there? Why laugh there?
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you are very lucky.
Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I have one already. I don't know yet.
Well, what happened? Remember Betty? That's her name?
Betty?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see each other anymore. You know, she wasn't any good in bed. She was beautiful, but we had too many arguments.
That's too bad. My Lisa's great when I can get it.
Oh, man, I just can't figure women out. Sometimes they're just too smart. Sometimes they're flat out stupid. Other times they're just evil.
Yeah, I mean, it gets under your skin. It gets under your skin. Because I'll be honest, some of like the most celebrated filmmakers in the world have like very similar dialogue affectation that they lean into.
Ever since your husband killed my father,
like this,
he's been flirting with my mom. Constantly flirting. To be honest, she's got feelings for him too. She thinks he's very nice hands. Truth is, he's beautiful hands. All doctors have clean, nice, beautiful hands. So I told her, I said, I have no problem with it if you want to go ahead. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, very nice guy. And I don't want to get in the way of her trying to get her life back on track. I'll be gone in a few years. I'll get a job.
If my husband made a mistake, if out of negligence or I don't know what, he caused this tragic thing to happen, I don't understand why I should have to pay the price. Why my children should have to pay the price.
You know, not long after my dad died, someone told me that I ate spaghetti the exact same way he did. They said, what an extraordinary impression this fact had made on them. Look at the boy. Look how he eats spaghetti. Exactly the same way his father did. He sticks his fork in, he twirls it around and round and round and round and round. And then he sticks it in his mouth. That time, I thought I was the only one who ate spaghetti that way. Me and my dad. Later, of course, I found out that everyone eats spaghetti the exact same way. Exact same way. Exact same way.
So, this is killing of a sacred deer. And so, as you saw, some people in the chat were like, I fucking love this movie. And just so you know, this is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. I think I said his last name right. Who did The Lobster and this film and is heralded as a film genius. Now, obviously, if you haven't watched the movie, nor do you understand, like your initial impression is, why are these people so fucking robotic? Why did he make these decisions? And again, this goes back to what I was talking about directors making very intentional decisions, right? Obviously, Yorgos is a much better filmmaker than Tommy Wiseau, but there is like this weird kind of level of control implemented in both that like gets under your skin, right? It like gets under your skin and you're like, what is going with this uncanny valley shit? Now, I think ultimately Yorgos is very intentional and deliberate, whereas Tommy Wiseau's is a byproduct of being totally incompetent at filmmaking, but they ultimately have the same effect on the viewer. And so I think they have these like beguiling natures to them. And that kind of plays into the accidental genius of Tommy Wiseau. Now, I hate Killing of a Sacred Deer. I don't understand it. I would never understand taking such incredible acting talent and then being like, hey, I want you to act poorly. It baffles me, but some people fucking love that shit. They eat it up. They think it's great. They think it's high art. I think it's trash, but obviously he is an incredibly talented filmmaker and he's making a choice. And when you make a choice as a filmmaker, that is the art, right? And some people are going to love it and some people aren't. And that's fine. That's what art should do. It should make you feel something. It should divide you. It should split you. It should create catharsis. Anywho, that's my take. Did you see this? Saint Laurent has launched a production company to support new films by David Cronenberg, Wong Kar-wai, Gaspar what? This is actually so hype. Production company. What's the name of it? Is it just Saint Laurent? I mean, new Wong Kar-wai, I'm in. New Gaspar Noé, I'm in. Interesting. That's cool. All right. The thing that I really want to talk about tonight, I don't want to come off as a curmudgeon, okay? I don't want to come off as a curmudgeon, okay? Because I know a lot of times you guys come to me for my film takes, and you know what I do? I shit on them. I shit on projects all the time. And I hear myself doing it. I'm like, Will, you're an old man yelling at the sky. Does anything make you happy anymore? You fucking bloodless critic piece of shit. Well, take a look at this.
Amy, are you okay?
Yep.
I've been hustling my whole life. Look where it's gotten me.
Let's make it stop.
What is your problem? What?
Where you at? What are you doing?
I have a very full life that I'd love to get back to. I'm gonna find you and take what little you have.
You're just a suburban housewife, and now you're stuck in a life you never wanted.
All right, enough. You've seen enough of the trailer. I don't want to give too much away. Ladies and gentlemen, Beef is a show on Netflix, and I typically hate Netflix projects. But I saw it was A24, and I went, I'll give it a crack. A24, very consistent. It fucking ruled. Beef is the best show of the last year. It fucking rules. It is awesome. Shows like Beef literally reaffirm why I watch this stuff. Like the writing, the whole show, I was like, yes, there are real people doing real things, and not everything is fucking contrived and everything flows. And there are a bunch of amazing details that are rewarding if you dig in and pay attention, and everything is motivated and the characters make sense. Molto bene. Ali Wong fucking smashes in this. Everybody fucking smashes in this show. It is so good. I highly recommend you go watch. Steven Yeun, amazing. Ali Wong, amazing. David Cho even fucking pops off in this as his older Korean cousin. It's funny. It's pithy. It's tense. It's violent. It's dramatic. It's sexy. I loved Beef. And it's interesting when you watch as much shit as I do, and I'm not saying shit in a bad way. I'm just saying I watch a lot of stuff. And ultimately, as I said, not for me, too relatable. The show was too relatable, and so you didn't enjoy it. I've never heard that criticism. In my long-legged life, I've never heard that criticism. I've never heard anyone be like, that show is too honest and truthful. I hate it. I didn't think you would read. Well, then why would you put it in there? Made me sad, as life often does. But listen, okay, so this show might not be for everyone. I'll accept that. But this show is so fucking well done, man. It really is. It's like this insane revenge story. And oh God, I can't say enough. It's my show of the year. It's my show of the year. It is out of 10, 9.8. 9.8. This show smashed. Ad? Definitely not an ad. Because I fucking hate Netflix. I think Netflix mostly makes trash. I'm going to be honest with you. I did away with my Netflix subscription a while ago because I think they mostly make trash. And Caroline re-upped hers. And they'll have Edge Runners was great.
I'm ballsy. I don't take shit from anyone.
This show sounds as exciting as 2022's best show.
Trash and woke.
You should watch Andore.
There is nothing woke about this show at all. There's no. Have you even watched it? Are you just saying that because it's Asian characters?
Hey,
I mean Netflix. Okay, fair. I get what you're saying. That is not my criticism of Netflix. I think you could probably word that better and say that Netflix typically tries to capitalize on social movements and progressive values that they don't really give a shit about. That'd be a fairer way of saying that. This show, though, is as I was watching it, I literally felt like this should be an HBO show. It is so fucking gritty. There is one scene in this show with Ali Wong where she's in a hotel room, and I don't want to give anything away. I was fucking blushing. I was fucking blushing. I was like, oh my God, Ali Wong. But truly, this show, like, it is. So ultimately, no spoilers at all. No spoilers at all. But this show is about, it's less about revenge, and it's much more about broken people hurting people. And I think that is so fucking relatable in this moment. It is so fucking relatable in this moment because so many other storytellers, so many other directors would have had a hero and they would have had a villain. This show is about two broken people and how they bring their entire lives into this totally fucking innocuous traffic involvement that they get into, and they just keep escalating it because it is their level of control. And every time they go back to their lives and they face adversity or disappointment or reality, they bring it back into this feud until it consumes them. And it is so good, man. It is so fucking good. I highly recommend this show. If you haven't seen it all already, I would love to hear your takes. If you have seen it, I saw one person who didn't enjoy it because it was too relatable.
Drops of God trailer for the Apple Plus live action movie of the manga by the same name?
No, I didn't. I'll take a look. Slacker Sounds, thank you so much.
That's very cool.
How have you considered that it's too relatable though? Listen, I understand what that person was trying to say. This show is very close to the bone, and it deals with issues of inadequacy, of infidelity, of nihilism, of depression, and ultimately, if you are someone who has struggled with those,
I recommend it. Can't wait to see everyone beat the shit out of each other at Creator Class
hell
this
yeah,
weekend.
true.
Fisto.
Thank you so much. Ultimately, if you have dealt with depression and feelings of inadequacy and all of those kind of things, this show is a mirror. Obviously these characters are heightened to a very dramatic level, but like it's so right on. It's so right on about how you feel and the decisions you make when you are unhappy. And man, I'm so happy I watched this show. Go watch this show. It's such a limited commitment. It's like 10 episodes. There's not going to be a season 2. It's all in 10 episodes. Go watch it and fucking enjoy it. It's beef. It's perfect. It's a perfect show. Yeah. Really loved this show. Really, I heard they might do a season 2. So they might do a season 2, but ultimately the director and the producers have said that these characters' story is over. So this storyline is done. After the 10 episodes, you are done. You might get like an anthology series where it's someone else's beef, but this story is totally self-contained. Now, it is Netflix. It is Netflix. And I'm warning you, I'm telling you, I told you about Squid Game before it went thermonuclear. This show is going to go thermonuclear. All right? As word of mouth spreads, this show is going to be everywhere. okay? It's going to Squid Game, where your mom's going to watch it, your dad's going to watch it, your fucking friends in the Midwest are going to watch it. It's going to go thermonuclear, right? Because it's Netflix, everybody has Netflix, and it's fucking great. It's going to hit the zeitgeist, all right? Now, when that happens, Netflix has a big old fat bag of money, and they might go to A24 and go, we want a second season, and A24 is going to go, great, it's going to be an anthology, and Netflix might go, no, we want Ali Wong back. We want that story back. And when the money is right, you might get a second season. But as of now, the director and the producer have said this is going to be an anthology series if Netflix renews it, which they probably will. But I cannot speak in absolutes because once the pressure is on, the Netflix bag might get so heavy that they're like, all right, we're continuing this storyline. But as of now, that is not the intention. That's not what the director has said. So go watch it. And it's self-contained, and it's meant to be self-contained. So enjoy it. Okay. I've spoken till I'm blue in the face about that. It's worth your time. Did you see Snuffy got banned for a suggestive outfit? What? Snuffleupagus? What happened to Snuffy? Okay, so what was the other one? Apple Plus Angel Drops or something? Angel Falls? What? Anybody remember what it was called? Drops of God. Okay, I was close. I was not close. Drops of God, let's take a look.
Camille, car si tu m'écoutes, c'est que je suis déjà mort.
The reading of the will is tomorrow morning.
Last time I spoke to him was 11 years ago.
I don't think you realize what's ahead of you.
Your father.
Where do I recognize this actor from? Why am I getting Uncanny Valley?
Your father's legacy is the biggest wine collection in the world. Its full value, $148 million. He set up a test.
Oh, Alice in Borderland.
Who would inherit this?
Oh, God, he was so hot in Alice in Borderland. He was like the highlight of season 2. God, season 2, Jesus Christ. Talk about how to ruin a promising show.
His daughter or his exceptional student?
Le palais, c'est un muscle.
Réglisse.
C'est ça.
怖いの彼女のこと。
僕にはつかめない何かを彼女は感じ取ってる。
They're not just tests. It's a message. Clairement quelque chose entre nous.
Les héritages, c'est des tragédies. Est-ce léger?
I gotta give this trailer credit. Because typically I watch trailers and I'm like, damn, they gave away the whole plot line.
Yeah, wow, that's right.
I just watched that trailer and I have no fucking idea what this is about. I have no fucking earthly clue what this is about. Offset Killjoy, thank you. Literally no, no earthly idea. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's exciting. We'll see. The Sympathizer on HBO.
So did you kill anyone? With my own hands? No. No, I never killed anyone. We were all marching. We were on your side. Really? And which side was that? Side of the Vietnamese people. The people in the north or the people in the south?
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy.
Oh,
I don't take no shit from anyone.
Holy smokes, what's going on here?
Really enjoyed it and felt like I was watching an anime. Honestly, it was like a live action anime movie.
Yeah, I agree with that take.
Guess we all look the same after all, right? I mean, I could be Viet Cong for all you know. A spy. How would you know? I'm not, of course. I love America.
Here in America, we welcome people like you.
Are you sure you guys are refugees?
What if I told you that I was a communist? Undercover.
Welcome to the world of spycraft.
We sent you to America so you could be our mole. But what happens to a mole when it is suddenly thrust into the sun?
This is counterintelligence. It gets wet down here.
What are you concealing?
I don't know if I can go on like this.
This looks incredible.
Đây là một nhiệm vụ tự sát. Cuộc đời là một nhiệm vụ tự sát.
This looks incredible. Bro, HBO is just the GOAT, dude. God damn.
You work for me while pretending to work for them. You're a spy and a counter spy at the same time. You're a spy, right? Look at you all serious, man. You'd be a terrible spy.
Dude, I am ready. HBO just does it. Fuck, man. That looks great.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
First trailer for new True Detective spinoff. I'll say it right now. I do not care about this. When your show has more bad seasons than it has good seasons, I'm officially done with your show. I think the first season of True Detective is an absolute marvel. It is perfect. 3 wasn't that bad. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I do not watch prestige television for shows that are, quote, not that bad. If I want to watch something that's, quote, not that bad, I will watch anime while I clean my house. All right? If I'm turning off the lights, putting down my phone, and giving your show attention for an hour, then not that bad cannot be the barometer. It cannot be what I am aiming for. Also, I'm going to tell you right now, I graded that shit on a curve. And you know why? Because the first season is one of the best seasons of television ever, period. Season 1 of True Detective is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good, okay? And I'm going to tell you what happened. True Detective suffered from the same thing that The Hobbit suffered from, where Lord of the Rings and True Detective Season 1 had these long runways, right? They had time to sit down and write it and dream it up and plan it out and cast it and choreograph it. And it was this beautiful project, both Lord of the Rings and fucking True Detective Season 1. And then based on the success of both those projects, both directors, producers, whatever, had so much pressure to spit out the next project that they came out undercooked. Both of them. Season 2 of True Detective it's premature. It's just not there. The other thing is it's like lean into the supernatural, man. Lean into the supernatural. I need the supernatural. I need it. It's what bound that first season together. And then season 3, I don't know. Some people like it. I just think making your lead narrator deteriorating from Alzheimer's during the storyline makes it so easy to like cop out and do really lazy things. that ultimately I thought were pretty lazy. And for me, season 3 was just more frustrating than it was entertaining. I thought the acting performances were great. I really did. I thought the two leads were great. Anyway, let's take a look at this True Detective season 4.
Some people come to Alaska to escape.